Bwah, bwah, bwah. Hello, everyone. Hopefully this is working. Bwah, bwah, bwah. Okay, looks like things are working. Welcome, everyone, to another live stream. It's been a long time. It's been a long time actually since I've done a stream. So, hey, happy holiday season, I guess. First of all, I'm finally on my winter break. Usually towards the end of the year I try and take a couple weeks off just to chill because I tend to work non-stop throughout the rest of the year. So now that winter break has begun, it's time to actually work on some music and get other shit done that's been on my list of things to do for ages. So welcome. Hope you all are well. I know we haven't done a live thing in a long time, but hey, no time like the present, right? So got my tea, got my lights all cool and shit. We should light a candle while we wait for everyone to show up. Got, let's see, George, what's going on? Hola, or Jorge, maybe you're supposed to pronounce it that way. Dylan, what's up? Going to brush my teeth. Yeah, you should probably do that. I hear that's good for you. Deep Sub Micron, how's it going? Thank you for joining. Doing all right. I've been dealing with weird anxiety attacks lately, but I think I finally found a solution to it, so that's been good. Hopefully that, stays working, because that's been a real pain in my ass. I'll tell you that much. New PC, yeah, finally. It was, I will tell you, it was a complete fucking pain in the ass to set up a new computer. My last new computer build was in 2015, and that was from scratch. I mean, new motherboard, new RAM, new processor, new everything. And migrating everything over to that just sucked. And this was kind of like that, but worse, because this computer I bought, because normally I build on my own computers, but this one was a pre-built system because that's all you can get these days, really, So this one has a power shroud, so it doesn't have a lot of spaces for hard drives. So I had to consolidate a ton of stuff onto only a few hard drives and then dump the rest to my server and re-link everything. And then within Bitwig and Cubase as well, I had to then tell them that hey, samples are now on the server and not local. So that was just a night. And then yeah, installing stuff was horrible, and it came with Windows 11, and Windows 11 was just a nightmare to deal with, and none of my shit worked. So then after all was said and done, and I just got it set up, I had to uninstall, or not uninstall, but I had to just reboot Windows into Windows 10 and reinstall Windows and all that, and then do the whole thing over again to get everything installed and set up, because Windows 11 was a nightmare. So that sucked, but I'm very happy to, finally have a super powerful PC again. It's been really nice for video editing and stuff. Sleep Twitch, what's going on? Greetings from the Netherlands. Well, howdy. That's a while away. What music do you use Cubase, Bitwig over Cubase? Typically I use Cubase for anything involving video work. If I'm scoring a thing or whatever, that's kind of my go-to in Cubase. And then I use Cubase a lot for mixing too. I don't know why I don't like mixing in Bitwig. I just don't. So lately I've found myself doing sessions in Bitwig just because Bitwig has a lot of cool modulators and creative tools that Cubase doesn't, and then bouncing everything and then mixing in Cubase. I don't know why, just the mixing flow in Cubase, I don't know, works better for me at least. From the bulimic walrus. Yeah, Windows 11, I couldn't get it to work. Everything that was a VST3, or almost everything that was VST3, it just wouldn't recognize it. Bitwig wouldn't understand it. Bitwig is crashing constantly. Cubase just wouldn't work. And I think it's because Cubase's plugin Sentinel was trying to scan all my plugins, but because some plugins weren't recognized by Windows 11, I just couldn't use Cubase at all. So that was annoying. So yeah, I'm back on Windows 10 now, which is great. I'll try Windows 11 again in a while. Anyways, Yeah, so we're going to work on some music. I'm going to be trying the Pomodoro technique, I think is how you pronounce that anyway, pretty sure. So this is a working technique of working in bursts and taking regular breaks rather than just burning yourself out. So we're going to set ourselves some timers here. Let's maybe work in like 25-minute intervals. That probably works. So this is a new track I'm working on. I'm finally, you know, since I'm on a break, I'm finally able to get back into music. So we're going to take a quick listen to this just to show y'all what we're working with here today. And we're going to try and finish this. And I'm going to give myself, I don't know, I think I'm going to give myself, let's call it a max of 2 hours. But I would like to have this track done in like an hour to an hour and a half. And I want to mention, sorry, I just can't show my browser right now because I'm not allowed to show those things. Because I'm still trying to, I'm reading a manual for something I'm working with a company with, and I can't talk about that. Let's see, what's the best way to show this? So, couple quick random shout-outs. David Hillowitz Music. This is a really, really good YouTube channel I found the other day. Well, maybe about a week ago now. But he's got this video called how to write music in a pandemic. I'll share the link to this in the chat here. But this is a really, really, yeah, NSFW, because then I will no longer have any work to do. Yeah, so this is a really, really great channel and a really great video. So shout out to David Hillowitz Music here. Highly recommend you guys go watch that. He's got some other really interesting stuff too. Another thing I've been reading is The Subtle Art of Not Giving a Fuck. It's a really good book. I got it last weekend and probably about halfway through it now, but really interesting book. Definitely recommend giving that a read as well. But one of the points that I thought was interesting that it raised is that, and I mean, as dime store philosophy as this is, I don't know, in lesser words, the approach of creativity and doing things in life and accomplishing things is that, you know, you only have so many fucks to give, so you got to pick and choose wisely. But in having aspiration, you are telling yourself that you have not already achieved or become what you want to achieve or become, which is an interesting idea. And David Hillowitz in that video also raised the point of trying to redefine what your definition of completion is when it comes to music. So I've been kind of trying to keep these approaches in mind as I've been writing stuff, which has been really helpful. You know, I'm not so worried anymore about making every track this huge, emotional, big, epic, cinematic thing. You know, I'm just kind of going with it. And I feel like that's unblocked a lot of things. And I'm really happy with this track so far, even though it's not even been touched on the mix end. I think there's one EQ in it, and that's it. And by not attaching aspiration or a goal, it frees up a lot of creative intention, which is great. So with that, let's kind of give this a spin here and see where we're at. No sound. Now we play the OBS game. Should be coming through. Wonder why not. Yeah, that's weird. Now we play the Why is OBS Being Stupid game. Yeah, that's weird. Okay, well now we gotta troubleshoot midstream. This is always fun. Is YouTube just not liking me? Let's try that. Gotcha. Oh, OBS. You pain in my ass. Okay. Let's give that another listen. Sorry about that. Yeah, so that's kind of where I'm at with this right now. I apologize that I'm going to be working on open back headphones. I'm just now realizing this is a really fucking stupid idea, but like these headphones just sound way better. So I'm just going to deal with it. Yeah, so I need a faster way to like mute my microphone. So that's kind of the core idea. Another offshoot of this was to bring in these extra percussive layers, probably in this section. Just this extra layer of stuff here, and I had kind of a maybe something like that planned. I don't really know if that would work. You can try it. I feel like that's just going to get too, I don't know, too much. Let's try. Let's try that, just with some panning, maybe. Do I use sends? Sometimes and sometimes not. In this case, I'm really not doing anything with sends because there's a lot of unique reverbs and delays, so there's no point in creating a send because it's only going to be used on that one thing. So there's not really anything done for the sake of efficiency to, you know, be done by using a send. Andy, what's going on, man? How you doing? It's been a minute. Possibly. Are you playing or is this the song? I was improvising there a little bit. The piano part needs rewritten. I'm really sorry about this like glitchy thing. My phone and this microphone just don't fucking get along, and I can't really do anything about that, so sorry. Maybe I can try moving my phone like further away. I don't know, just always, anytime I have my phone and my microphone, it's just constantly. I was doing a voiceover the other day, and I forgot to put my phone on airplane mode, so I sat there doing this where I was like, you know, blah, 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 blah. Buy it now. Whatever. Cupcakesandunderpants.com. And then I did this whole voiceover spot, and then I sat down to edit it. And voiceovers I do in Cubase as well. But yeah, so I did this whole voiceover, and I had the phone right about here, so I'm like, blah, 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 blah. Do this. Buy this. You know, whatever the fucking spot was. And then I go to edit it, and the whole voiceover is just because my phone was like fucking up the microphone really bad. So that was annoying. Jason, what up? Yeah, I don't know, that's too much. Another thing I would like to do with this song is just minimize it even more. That's something I've been kind of learning recently, is just when to fucking not, you know? So I kind of want to do something like that. Oh yeah, someone mentioned the glitchy hi-hats. These are actually part of my Patron samples. And this stream is brought to you by my patrons. I completely forgot to say that because I haven't been doing streams in a while. This is the digital pack and Essentia, as well as Freaked for the kick and snare. So all those samples and loops you can get on my Patron page, whatever thing. Link in the description. I will use your money to buy drugs. All right. Yeah, so what if we didn't bring those drums in here? Just had percussion. Oh yeah, thank you. I made a bunch of changes around here. I did a video update if you haven't seen it, Smadger. But yeah, made a lot of changes. Okay. Yeah. Now we're getting somewhere. Yee. So we can something. Okay, something. And then throughout that segment, I would like to bring in those like scrapey strings. But where is this going? I don't know. And I completely forgot to run this timer. Whoops. Okay, I'm going to give myself 10 minutes to make some decisions, and then we're going to answer some questions. Sorry about that. I'm fucking terrible at doing things. What's that thing? Thanks for checking in. I'm still a piece of garbage. Okay, 10 minutes, uninterrupted. Time to make some decisions. Fuck, I forgot to install that. Okay, no problem. Let's do this instead. That's not what I want. This computer is very loud. Don't like it. Fucking. I know. Tell me what to do. Okay, fuck my shit up, fam. Great if you told me what fucking pitch that was. Does it really matter if it's like way buried? Bye, Leisha. Just the sound of like the world's fucking loudest garage door filling in the silence. I should just sample that, Paul stretch it, and then we're done. Better yet, sample that, Paul stretch it, delete all this fucking bullshit, throw some reverb on it. Done. And I'll get put in like a Pitchfork article. An artist redefining a genre. Fucking Pitchfork. All right, I need to focus for 30 seconds. Okay, what can I do in 30 seconds? Go. Oh. Can't do that while recording. That is not syncing right. Ah, shut up. Time's not up. 10 more seconds. Fuck you. Yes, but no. Okay. Do I want like a low pass? Okay. And BPM sync, trigger. This is at 16th, so we could do maybe data dates. Stop fucking doing that, microphone. You're driving me crazy. Oh, now you're just fucking with me. Oh. tripping my security camera. Piss off. Probably the mail. Cool. All right, that means it's fucking hell, man. I gotta ask Arteria what's up with that. Ever since I got this new computer, and mind you, I'm on Windows 10. I'm running like the same damn version of Bitwig I was. Nothing has changed. But anytime I try and use my Arteria stuff, that comes up. I don't know why. Okay. Pomodoro tells me it's time for a break. So, what have we missed? Media Scraper, do you follow an idea for an arrangement or does it manifest organically? I've been trying less and less to follow arrangement ideas. I mean, obviously everything ends up sort of falling into typical structures. We should set a timer for this break. So, you know, everything eventually falls into line, but there was an interview with the Black Crows. I was just talking to my friend Science of Life about this. There was an interview with the Black Crows where the vocalist talks about whenever writing music, it's all about tapping into the big song, is what they called it. And that's an approach I took a very long time ago, and I don't know why I quit taking it, but mostly it's just about listening to that musical intuition and letting the song be discovered. I've always said that I feel like I don't write music, I just kind of discover it. So as soon as I try to force myself to think, okay, drop, break, whatever, it ends up coming out really loop-y, you know, like I just kind of do the same shit. So I try and just follow where I feel like things are going to go. You know, I find a point where I know a change needs to come, but I try not to think in terms of typical structure what that change might be. You know, I just kind of try some ideas, maybe try some new sounds and whatnot. Just want to say your Starfield preset in Pigments 3.5 is pretty good. Inspired by the Bethesda game. It is not, but I am looking forward to that game. But thanks, man. Yeah, glad you're enjoying the presets. Andy, is this a Giggles or commission project? This is some new Venus theory for my next release. I'm finally starting to write my next like album thing. I think it's going to be an album. I don't really know yet, but I've got this many songs ready. At least these are the ones I like. I don't know that all these are going to make it onto it, but I had about 40 songs or 30 songs and cut it down to about 10 and then I've already started cutting some of those out because I don't think they fit kind of the theme of kind of what I want to talk about with this release, which is an interesting thing. Like I said, I've been having these really bad anxiety attacks lately, and luckily, you know, like I said at the beginning, I found something that does really help, so that's been nice. But I've been having these really bad anxiety attacks lately, and funny enough, and you know, end of the year is always a point of contemplation, whatever. What did I do this year? You know, did I do a good job? What could I do better next year? What do I want to try next year? What did I learn this year? And I think in part of that, having these weird panic attacks just towards the end of the year here, you know, I feel like I wasn't ready to write anything until now. I was very frustrated with myself this year that I didn't put out more music. And I was getting more and more pissed off whenever I would see comments or whatever on Reddit or KVR or YouTube, or, you know, other stuff I've done where people are like, you know, Venus Theory is not a musician, just a YouTuber. And, you know, it really pissed me off. But then I thought about it and I was like, you know, they're fucking right. I mean, to be a musician, you have to put out music. So, you know, it's a fair critique. But I just feel like I wasn't ready to, I don't know, I just didn't have anything to fucking say this year. You know, I was so busy with other work, and I feel like I was satisfied with that. I'm very happy with the work I did this year. I want to release more music, but I don't want to just shit out music. You know, I want to say something with it. As easy as it would be to just crap out, you know, funny tracks and whatever. I do that enough at my day job. You know, I do enough demo tracks and, you know, ad spots and shit like that where, like, and that's the thing. I do write a ton of music. I am a musician, so fuck those people. They don't know what the fuck they're saying. But, you know, like 98% of it never gets put on here or on my Bandcamp or anything because, like, I don't typically even own the rights to it after the, you know, client buys it off me or whatever for the project. But two, it's like, why would I release, you know, 30-second ad spots? They're just not that fucking interesting. Wiggles, what up? Douglas is here. What's going on, Douglas? Like a dramatic film score. Thanks. Pad tutorial, please. I have a new tutorial I'm working on. I have 2 new tutorials I'm working on, actually, all about ambient pads and some sound design tips. One of them is going to be about doing big ambiences like this using only free stuff, too. I really wanted to make a video about that. Can you do polyrhythmic drums? Yes, we could. In fact, the Darkuba layer there is polyrhythm. Howdy doody. Sunday morning from Middle Earth. Sending you chill. Well, hey, thanks. Appreciate it, stuff. Upgrade to an M1. Yeah, I actually installed some stuff on my MacBook Pro, which is the first generation M1 or whatever. It's an M1 Mac Pro. That thing's a monster of a fucking computer. It's unreal. Is this a soundtrack? No, this is me. Bitwig is crazy. I love this sound. Thanks, Douglas. That bass is solid. Thank you. Is this the latest 4.1 update? Yes, this is 4.1 point something. I'm like 1 or 2 updates behind, but I don't know. Updating Bitwig's annoying because you have to download the whole fucking thing. I can't just like update it in the background, so I always forget to update it. Oh, Sharpen's here. Everybody, Sharpen has a phenomenal channel you should go check out. What did you think of Pigments 3.5? I'm really happy with the update, like I said in the video. I'm super glad they added cross-mod, though. That was like one of my biggest wishlist items for Pigments was engine intermodulation. So I'm stoked that they finally did that. I wish, though, it maybe did like amplitude modulation, too, between the engines. There are some ways to sort of fake it, but it's not true. And I would love ring modulation between the engines as well. But, you know, maybe in the next update, because I told them about that. Pomodoro for produce. Yeah, I've been trying it lately with a lot of things, just because I tend to be a super bad workaholic. So, like, I will literally sit up here for, like, 18 hours and just work. And then just, like, pass out on my couch and wake up and do it again. So I've been trying to do that just to be a bit more mindful, which has really helped with my, like, weird panic attacks, too. How to deal with large arrangements in mixing. I mean, my advice is always just delete as much as you can. If you want a really big sounding mix, use less stuff. How much time have we got for this break? We have time. One of my friends who's a session writer in Nashville, he writes with like Sony and, you know, all the big hooplas. There's this theory in session writing, or among session writers rather, that is called the 3-bit theory. And what this means and what this kind of boils down to is that your brain can only really perceive 3 bits of information at a time. And this isn't to say that you can only have 3 things happening at a time, but you can only have 3 things demanding your attention. So in the case of rapper, I think you gave the example of, you know, the vocals, that's going to be one thing. So you've got maybe vocals, a bass line, and some big fat motherfucker drums, and then you've got, you know, strings and pads and effects and da-da-da-da-da, but all that stuff is supplementary information. So you have to pick your core elements, I think, and define those heroes. And those heroes may change at different points in the track. But ultimately, you know, that's your job as a mix engineer, is to define what demands the attention and to make pragmatic decisions about how to get from A to B. So, you know, whenever you're dealing with really big, super dense arrangements, the first thing I do balance with the faders first always, just get as good of a balance as I can, and just start deleting shit. Arrangement is by far your best mixing tool, and you really don't need as much stuff as you think, which is an important lesson I learned when I got this new computer. So we talked about that. I had to reinstall everything, right, because I got a new computer, and I knew I was about to take my winter break. So I was like, hey, I'm gonna open up all my sessions I wrote this year and start picking stuff for this album. And there were a couple songs I listened to, and I was like, wow, this sounds really fucking good. Like I can't believe I wrote that. It's stuff I didn't even remember writing, and I was like, god damn, that sounds awesome. And funny enough, and it was like, I don't remember this song sounding this good, but funny enough, it was because like half the plugins weren't working. So I had these huge, ridiculous fucking songs with all this stuff. And because half the plugins weren't working, half the tracks weren't making any noise. And suddenly this mix just felt alive, and like I could hear things, and, the track just felt massive. And it was because there's less stuff competing. I'm not having to fight myself the whole time. Loving the haircut. Thanks. Yeah, I got some big plans next year. Are you using the KeyStep Pro as my master keyboard? Yes. Yeah, because my Keylab, some of the keys aren't really working on it, so I need to figure out what I'm going to do about that. I think I'm just going to buy a bigger controller. I think I'm just going to get like an 88 key. All of Tone 2's VSTs. I haven't played with them. I'll have to check them out. Have you ever listened to your music on Sykes? No. I bet that might be an interesting experience, though. Your mileage may vary. Decided to break all my music projects this year. Yeah, I don't know. This year was a interesting thing with music. You are honest. Well, hey, thanks, Shogun. Love the Cubase demo project. Yeah, that was a fun project. I was really happy to be involved in that. That was one of those, like, that was like a bucket list item. Like, I can't believe I got to do that. That was so fucking cool. Another sample pack with Foley's like Nocturna soon. Yeah, I've got some plans for sample packs probably next year. I wanted to release more sample packs on my own this year, but, I ended up just getting too much work with, like, other stuff, and... like it just makes more sense if someone's offering me money like right now up front to go do that thing rather than like spend a month working on a sample pack and being like, okay, hopefully people buy it, But I've got some new packs I'm working on. Of course, my patrons, I've been releasing packs every month for. If you join the $10 tier, you get a pack and Vital presets every month. But I do have some plans for probably 4 or 5 sample packs next year. But some of which I'm not allowed to talk about, so that's all I'm going to say. On a brand new MacBook Pro, all the plugins any producer could need. 20 years of experience in accumulated drums and samples, but I'm not making anything. Yeah, that was a weird lesson. Suleiman, I don't know how to say that, sorry. Yeah, I thought it was funny. I think I put that on like Twitter or something, but I thought it was really weird how much shit I didn't end up reinstalling. I was like, I have too many fucking, I've been using the same damn 5 plugins for like years. And then there's a couple like recent plugins, like the Infinistrip or Abyss or Rapid that I got recently. Generate, I got, within the last couple years. Like I really don't need that much. And it's funny because I feel like suddenly I'm able to create more music because I'm not like, I don't have option paralysis. I just have the stuff I know I use. Again, which is great. The Cubase 12 demo track. Fingers crossed, that would be super, super cool. Singularity from your Discord. Spitfire audio. Yes, I have a couple Spitfire libraries. I just haven't installed them yet. I'm going to install them on my server and see if I can run them that way so I don't have to eat up like fucking bazillion gigs on my new computer here. My first Mac since the 90s. Yeah, the Mac M1 Mini. My wife has a Mac M1 Mini. That is a beast of a computer. All right, we got 2 minutes here. Plugins with M1. I haven't installed that many on it, so I don't really know, honestly. I love you too, Sharpen. An excellent job from the beginning and learned a lot. Well, hey, thanks, Bagpiper. Ice baths. Might give that a shot, yeah. Why are you genius? I do not think that at all. I'm a lot stupider than you probably think. Do you have any coupon codes for Tone 2? No, I don't have any relationship with any of the Icarus stuff, right? Or Tone 2, yeah. I don't have any relationship with them, unfortunately. How does 3 bits apply to layering? I mean, layering, it doesn't really matter. It's just one thing in the end. You know, these layers comprise, or this thing is comprised of layers, so that is one thing. You know, so if it's a snare of 15 layers, it's just the snare, which in turn is part of the drums, if that makes sense. It's painting in very broad strokes, but essentially the key point being pick 3 things. 3-ish. I mean, it's not a hard rule. There's no rules in music, and anyone who tells you otherwise is a dipshit, but... You know, pick 3-ish things, and I think you'd really be surprised at how much more effective your music becomes. Have to go to sleep. Well, hey, Octoator. Everyone's got really hard names. Well, cheers, man. Art, what's going on? Artifacts, another great channel. Everyone go check out Art. He's got good shit. I love watching his streams. Hello from Brooklyn. What up, Mr. Ravioli? That's probably the best name I've seen so far. Limitation breeds creativity. Exactly. I learned a lot. Okay, that's the last question we're going to do. I learned a lot by that V Collection 8 video I did, where... I had to make a song for every instrument using only 8 tracks, and that was a really good creative exercise. Another thing I've tried recently that's been great, I used to do this all the time, but you know, you're supposed to improvise and write something every day. You really should, even if it's like 15 minutes. But what I did a while ago was write a track in a day. It had to be start to finish, mixed, and ready to go in a day. And that was awesome. You know, especially for someone like me who tends to create very slowly in a lot of like small phases. Yeah, making a track in a day was a really good lesson. So, highly recommend that. Do you use Soothe 2 as much as Spiff? I don't have Soothe 2. I just have the Baby Audio Smooth operator, which I need to reinstall too. That was another plugin I was trying to find the other day, and I was like, oh, did not install that. Okay, back to working. 25 minutes uninterrupted. Go. Oh, Alchemy. Sorry, one more shout out. Alchemy is a fucking great channel. I've learned so much. Alchemy was like one of the people that inspired me to start YouTubing. Go look at Alchemy's channel too. Okay. Goals right now. Is that the same melody, right? Oh, I'm sorry. Someone asked, I forgot to answer, because it's a bit bigger, but someone asked about getting pianos to sound big. Not really any secret here. Again, just sort of applying, oh my god, that's going to drive me nuts. Sort of applying the 3-bit rule. The piano is the centric element here, so really it's just very upfront in the mix. The other big thing here is that this whole session is not mixed at all. The only thing I have used to mix this session is the levels of the fader, and I used an EQ on the kick, just because it was almost right, so it just needed to change a bit. So the big secret of making this piano sound so big is I'm not doing anything to it. It's this huge full spectrum piano, and then I've got that running through a spaced out for the reverse delay, which is kind of cool because you only really hear it in the track if I really wang it. Those like transients. So no real secret, honestly. One of the best tricks for a good piano sound, though, is just a good, like, VCA compressor. This is PSP's bus presser. So I find an attack of around 30-ish milliseconds, release around 400 to 500, and go for about 6 dB of gain reduction. This can really glue the piano together, especially if you're very dynamic. So that's another good trick. Just any VCA compressor will do. And I do have, as a potential Christmas surprise, I'll just spoil it now for those watching the stream. I was going to post just a piano improv session because I always get asked about that. So maybe y'all will have a Christmas piano jam. Not of Christmas music, of course, but, you know, just ambient piano jam. So I get asked to do that all the time. Okay. So this, like, maybe this kind of texture thing could come in here. Oh, the resonance is too high. We're getting an overtone. Okay. Oh, fuck you. Okay, go. I did not count right. Damn it. What's the YouTuber thing? Yep, alright. Click track it is. Counting to 4 is hard. piece of garbage. Eat bananas. B-A-N-A-N-A-S. The fuck is happening there? Oh, the audio envelope. What is controlling that? That's the sound of pork chops. 1 little, 2 little, 3 little pork chops. Group them together and add some EQ. Go on to Reddit and get super woke, and then you have music. Maybe some more subtle texture work. Why do you do this to me? I think I just needed to re-trigger it. Okay, we need to unfuck this sound a little bit. Oh my god. Fucking Bitwig. Arturia, I don't know, whatever. Yes, but no. Sample that like that my phone is doing. Okay, I'm gonna sample it really quick. get some like cool percussion. Cool. Let's see if we can't do something with that. Kind of cool, but doesn't fit. There's Alicia. Where can we take this from here? We're in B flat minor, so that's going to be D flat major. Okay, how long have I got to make some decisions here? 3 minutes and 15 seconds. Okay. Thank you, Callie. So I'm going B flat to G flat to E flat. Except I'm doing E flat sus2. So up to an A flat. No. Holy shit, that is so fucking loud. F major, no. What have we got? To a C flat, spicy. To an A flat 7? I don't like that voicing. A flat over E. Or A flat over E flat, sorry. Don't like that. B flat minor over an F. I don't know, I kind of liked walking up to the D flat. Although that sounds a little trite. Maybe we could try that. Not making sound now. Is it because this plugin's just fucking janked? Yeah, I know. Yep. Okay, that's exceptionally fucking annoying. Thank you, Fitbit. Okay. 15-minute break to answer some questions. And again, though, you know, you notice that it's not playing, but it didn't matter. Didn't really miss it. Okay, maybe I did a little bit, but... A trance gate. Da, 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 da. Nah. Fuck your tempo. Or what's that movie? Whiplash. Get not my fucking tempo. Last time I was at a concert and the drummer was out of time, I just threw a fucking chair at him like that. Not my fucking tempo. That's another good music joke. What do you call a bass player? Useless. Okay, let me just try this. Alright, I'm good at that. Stop thinking, start doing. Okay, and then it's gonna... You know, like it's gonna... Yeah. Something. At that point. These things are gonna come back in and we're gonna have that little boop thing. Move these over. So maybe here's where like those strings come back in. Those chords were like way the hell out of time though. Real quick. Now we're gonna do questions. Ooh, and then da, 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 something like that. Can we? It's gonna get too spicy. But something right there, just a little callback. Maybe that's the piano. No. So what is that chord? That's a F, like 6? Very Christmassy. Oh, spank me, Santa. You know, whatever people do at Christmas. Cool. Break. Timer. 15 on the clock. Go. What have we got? I had to refresh, so I think I lost some questions, so sorry about that. Venus Theory, Alchemy, and all the creators. Thank you for your content. It helps others to create more content, other creators to create for others. Stay creative and help others around. Well, hey, cheers, Lunar Music. Thank you. Let's see, what other questions have we got? I love how chill this is. Tends to be more psychedelic. Yeah, I don't know. As much as I like some of the more psychedelic stuff, I always find it a bit like music to get woke to, and it just kind of became a bit memey to a certain point, so I have very specific tastes when it comes to the more like psy end of things. But, you know, that's neither here nor there. Bringing the fine atmospheric stuff. Well, thanks, Art. Inspired for my own track. Well, hey, excellent. That's the point of these streams, you know, get people to go out and make their own stuff. Yeah, let me know how it turns out. Fits perfectly in the background. Good. I guess that's the point. Muzak to be sad to. Need that on like a shirt. Do you use Shaperbox? I don't have it installed here. I don't use Shaperbox for like suppression though. I use Smooth Operator for that, or UVI Shade as another really good dynamic EQ. Weavingy, what's going on, man? How you doing? This is a vibe. Well, good. Let's see. Got any other questions or anything I missed? Oh, we've Wavingy. I still don't know how to say that, man. But hey, thanks for the donation. Any reason racks used so far? Yeah, the these kind of like shimmery, shivery. That's reason rack. That's friction, and I want to work that in. There's another section here that I think needs it, so I'm gonna try and work that in here in a minute. Don't know what kind of labels my music would fit. Ain't that the bitch of life? Oh, my mic is super low. I'll turn it up a little bit. Let's see. Sorry, I'm trying to like scroll back and find all the questions. Gorley Records, what's going on? Transgate number 3, always. What's a good pair of headphones to mix on? What is it? The Bear Dynamic DT990s are kind of like the home studio golden standard. I'm using Austrian Audio ones. These are rather expensive though. They're about $500. They're not that expensive, but you know, they're not cheap either. The Austrian Audio other ones are really nice. My other ones are my Sennheiser HD6 mix headphones. I've always really liked the Sennheisers. Why do you want open backs, though? They just sound a bit more transparent, I guess, is the best way I could put it. It's a very different world than closed back headphones. Dash Glitch, what up? Another YouTuber to shout out. Dash Glitch, for those of you not familiar, and for those of you very into the Psy end of things, Dash Glitch has like one of the best channels on YouTube. I've learned an absolute fuckload from Dash over the years. I highly recommend you go subscribe to his channel as well. Jim Shannon, what up? Been a minute. My guy. Christmas ambient tunes, yeah. Spank me, Santa. You never know what you're going to get on a Venus Theory stream. I like to keep people on their toes. Oh my god, that's going to drive me nuts. Oh yeah, tambourines and jingle bells for Christmas music. There is a place in downtown Clarksville, I think we're going to go here in a bit. There's a place doing Christmas photos, but you can get a Christmas picture with Santa or with Krampus, and they have like a Krampus character, so I really want to go get my picture with Krampus today. But like, I don't know, I feel weird about going out in public. Pianoteq might be on my purchase list. Dude, yeah, Pianoteq is so fucking good. I love Pianoteq so much. Why is your name not Mars Theory? Because Venus is the superior planet. Too much wokeness going on in the Psy scene. Yeah, and that's the thing, is it... I don't know, it became like the Warped Tour to me a little bit, and like, everyone's got their stupid fucking blacklight posters and their bag of fucking mushrooms and their, you know, back of a book they read in a Barnes & Noble once, and they sit there just spouting fucking pseudo-intellectualist bullshit to each other. It drives me nuts. I don't know. Like, it almost like the metal scene, too. Just... At times it just feels so fucking fake and so forced, and it's like, you know, having dreadlocks is not a fucking personality trait, you know, like, and I don't know, maybe I'm just an asshole. That's probably it. But yeah, I don't know, I have a really hard time identifying with people in that scene a lot of the times. And there's plenty of great people out there, you know, like really good musicians and really good artists, but some of it is just so like eye roll. At least to me, I don't know. And again, I am kind of a grumpy asshole, so. Stuart Black, well, hey, thank you. The new auto-tune from that website where you have to subscribe monthly, the auto-tune unlimited thing, Antares, is that what you're asking about? Teach me to make Massive Attack. Do this, add vinyl crackle, and use some vinyl breaks, and slow it way down. Done. Dash made me buy Hive. Data is a YouTuber. Not familiar. I'll have to go check him out. The metal scene is toxic as it is. I can't fucking stand it. Favorite VSTs of 2021. Just did a video on it. You can go check it out. A wavetabler. All right, cool. I'll have to check that out. Do raw takes for your patrons. Unfiltered cam on cam. Yeah, I've thought about doing like drinking with Cameron and just whatever. I am looking to start doing kind of a podcast thing next year, though. So that'll be on the channel here of sort of just like a roundtable discussion format. And just kind of have like a featured guest for every episode. It might only be like once a month or something, but that should be fun and give me something different to do. And I'm sure it's going to be full of lots of hot takes on stuff because, you know, I can say whatever I want. Because regardless of what I say, people are still going to look at my channel and go, what a fucking shill. Got him. All right. Well, I guess we have 5 minutes before we begin another stab at this track here. And then I think, what have we got? Okay, it's been an hour and a half. I'm going to give myself one more session on this. So we're going to give it one more 25-minute go. So we have 5 minutes to ask any more questions before we begin again here. Edgelords only. Yeah, exactly. The aroma diffuser. Yeah. Favorite cheap analog synth? I don't know. I really have a soft spot for the OG Arturia Mini Brute. You know, like that was just such a good synth. That was my first hardware synth, and that was so cool. I think right now though, I don't know, like it's not analog, but the Micro Freak is probably the best like cheap hardware synth you can get, I think. Outside of like used, you know, used you can find stuff pretty cheap, but like the Micro Freak has an analog filter. It's paraphonic and the oscillators are digital. But like, I don't know, a lot of cheaper analogs I think still use DCOs. There are a couple cheap analogs that use actual VCOs, but I don't know. If it counts, I would say the Micro Freak. If not, you know, some of the Behringer stuff, honestly, is just really not bad. As much as people love to shit on it, like, it's really cheap. So, I don't know, it'd probably be a tie between Behringer and the Micro Freak, if that counts. Put it on iTunes, too. Yeah, if the podcast happens and if people like it, because, you know, I'm sure people are going to bitch about it, too, but if the podcast episodes do well, I will put it on iTunes and everything. I've got some really cool guest lines up for it, so we'll see. And maybe we'll get lucky and have like Dash Glitch on there and stuff. That would be fucking cool. And Alchemy. I want to do a podcast with Alchemy where we just like take a back and forth of reading or something. Favorite workhorse hardware synth? I love my Novation Peak. It's probably still the one I get the most mileage out of every single day. I'm very, very tempted. There is a Waldorf Iridium for sale in Nashville. It's used, but like all they did was unbox it and then returned it, so it's not even used. But it's used, and they would let it go for a really good price, and I am extremely fucking tempted to go buy it, but I just keep talking myself out of it. The last thing I need is more shit. What I need to do is get things done, and that's something I'm still trying to learn, you know. Micro Freak or Mini Log? I would go Micro Freak just because it is really interesting, but the Mini Log is going to be a lot more immediate. You know, like if I just want a synth to jam on, I'm going to pick my Cobalt or my Peak, but like my Cobalt is like my first thing I just start playing with because it's so immediate. You know, whereas the Blofeld is a lot of fuckery. So I think those are kind of the same things. Like, but Arturi did a good job with the Micro Freak making it approachable. It's not that hard to use, but it does do quite a bit. Thoughts on bootlegs and remixes? I mean, go for it. The big scandal. Yeah, that was a whole situation. Are you affiliated with Traction and Dawesome? I'm not affiliated with Traction. I've never talked to anyone from there, but Peter, the fellow that makes Abyss, him and I chat. Yeah, Abyss is fucking phenomenal. It's one of the coolest plugins I own by far. I love Abyss. It's a cheat code. Like, if I could have made a plugin, Abyss would be one of them. Sampling microphones. I do love my Lewitt 040 Pure match pair. Or, sorry, 040 match is what they're called. I love that pair of microphones. I did just get the new Rycote HC microphones, HC22 and HC15, I believe is the model names. The 22 is amazing. I've been using that for all my videos too. And I do really like the Lewitt 440 here. I use that quite a bit for sampling, just here in my studio room. Yeah, the Peak is, like, as much as I hate to be like that guy, like, I really do think the Peak in like 10 years is going to be kind of considered one of the modern classics. Novation just fucking killed it with that synth. All right, time's up. All right, any other super quick questions? Dash Glitch and Venus Theory would be awesome. Yeah, that would be amazing. Are you willing to let your music be remixed? Yeah, I mean, most of this stuff is copyright free, so it shouldn't really be an issue. I don't really care. You can get in touch on my website or whatever if you want to chat about that more. I can try and get you some stems or something. What's a good way to learn playing the MIDI keyboard? Let me get my piano sound up here. My favorite piano channel is Pianoteq. She has really great lessons. They're very practical. They teach you a lot. They have a lot of guest teachers as well that are excellent. This has been a great resource to learn some stuff on piano for me. I've never taken a lesson or anything. I'm just self-taught, and that's why I suck at piano so bad. But yeah, Pianoteq is great. I do really like doing like the if you just look up like a popular piano-centric track, typically you'll find like like one of these things where it's just like a MIDI playthrough. So I've used those to learn a lot as well. Possible to work during the day and be a producer at the same time? Yeah, I mean, that's what I do. You know, I've had a fucking day job doing music since I was like 14. You know, even now, like I make my own music. I make a lot of other music that doesn't get put on this channel, but you know, I still work doing sound design and other stuff. Yeah, don't ever let anyone tell you that if you have a job or whatever, like you're not doing it right. Fuck those people. Plus, you know, a lot of those people are the same face tattoo dipshits that are like, I'm dedicated to my dream. So they, you know, they get too into it and burn themselves out, and they make cheap McDonald's fucking horse shit that no one's gonna care about. So, you know, don't let other people weigh in on what you're doing ever with this stuff. Everyone, you know, you've only got this many followers, you suck, or like, you know, you're a YouTuber because your music's dumb. That's why you teach, because you suck. And, you know, just fuck everyone, you know? Just make shit. Do whatever you want to do. Yeah, Piano, definitely check them out. I love that channel. Big Dap, well, hey, thanks for tuning in. What's your day job? From the Alps of Austria. Well, hey, welcome. That's a hop, skip, and a jump away. My day job is partially doing YouTube stuff. I do a lot of content creation for other companies, a lot of sound design work. The majority of what I do is just sound design stuff. So I make sample packs, I make presets, and I make like the factory presets for stuff a lot of the time. And I do some kind of consulting work with a few companies where I will sort of like beta test stuff and give them feedback and like give them input on stuff and lots of other things like that, but mostly just a combination of like sound design and content creation. And then I do a lot of video work, so you know, I make social media ads and whatever for companies for music stuff, and then I'll write the music for it and stuff like that, or they'll send me something and I just make a music cue for it, or do sound design for little trailer spots and stuff. So a lot of different things. Never depend on one single thing. Your stream is so chill. Thank you. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Make stupid, but like just do whatever the fuck you want. And again, that stems from that book of maybe I'll go grab it and read that segment. But yeah, you know, by having a goal and an end state in mind and having an aspiration, you're immediately at a disadvantage in telling yourself you're not there yet. So, you know, fuck it. Just do stuff. Eventually something starts to happen. And you might even have fun along the way. And the real enjoyment was in your heart all along. The dongle-less Cubase. Oh, no, I'm super excited for that. Yeah, the dongle drives me insane. I do actually do voiceovers every once in a great while. I'm just really like not into it. I don't really enjoy it that much. It can be fun sometimes, and like it can pay really well, but I don't know, just not that interesting. Because most of it is like, you know, fucking like the all-new Dodge Ram with room to take you and your Mountain Dew and 5 fat fucking kids wherever you want to go. You're not a man unless you buy a Baconator. But it is fun every once in a while to get to do stuff like that, because then I get to put on my big movie guy voice and, you know, in a world. And do like that kind of stuff. That can be kind of fun. Do you find time after your day job? You don't sleep, do you? Nope. I eat, sleep, and breathe this shit because I wasted way too much of my time not doing it. So, I just said fuck it, and you know, and I'm sure a lot of you are that same way, that like I have to make something. I need to fucking make something. And it's not always music, and it doesn't always have to be. You know, putting that kind of creative pressure on yourself. I guess we're in fucking... okay, hold on. We're in like ranting mode here. One sec. So, what are we in? We're in B flat minor. Okay, so... like... kind of like I talked about a while ago on the channel. You know, I fucking hated my job of what I was doing before I started doing all this stuff, and it wasn't fulfilling to do that kind of shit. So I would get done at my job and I would, you know, clock in on my computer and do music and whatever, but, you know, whatever. And that's all I did. And eventually, even though I had such little time to work on music, music sucked too, because that's all I was doing. You know, I was putting all this pressure on myself that I have this limited time to start creating. So therefore, everything I'm doing creatively needs to serve this one singular purpose. And I found a lot more enjoyment in just fucking, you know, opening up Photoshop or something and just making a cool thing, or Blender. And I think that's part of why I enjoy sound design so much, is I don't want to write music all the time, because I know writing music all the time, you know, at least Venus Theory music, I don't have something to say every single time, so I just have to sit there and force it, and that's not fun. So, you know, don't limit yourself thinking that you need to be creating music all the time, every day. And I know it sounds like that's what I do, but that's going to burn you out eventually too. Just follow that creative impulse and make something. It doesn't have to be anything, and it doesn't have to go anywhere. Just exercise that creative part of your brain a little bit every day. And just judgment-free, make your own shit. Because fuck everyone. Philosophical piano ended. Okay. Always wanted to ask, why Bitwig? I've talked about it at length. Basically, Bitwig is just a really great combination of a DAW and a lot of creative tools. Analog gear and analog synth. I mean, honestly, I just don't care about analog all that much. If I could have an analog synth, I was really close to buying like a Rev 2 or something. But I think I would probably get like a Prophet X, maybe, just because it does a lot more. I would love something weird like a Buchla system or whatnot, but I like my kidneys where they are. The perfect movie guy voice. Yeah, that's one of the things, is just like, I don't know. I have the voice for it. I just don't give a shit. Okay. One more session here, and then we're gonna... And then we're gonna just have one last hang here. So let's do it. Let's focus. Focus the wokest. All right. I have 25 minutes to finish a piece of music. We're gonna fucking do it. So I'm gonna give myself one listen, and then we're gonna start this session here. And then we'll do one more Q&A, and then I'm gonna call it, because I want to go get my picture with Krampus. .5 minutes with the movie voice. Maybe I'll go get the book and read an excerpt. B flat minor. Yeah, it'll be posted later, Pete. Cheers, Mono. Thanks for tuning in. Listen to the rest. I don't know, does it go anywhere from there? I don't really think it does. I think we need to call back the melody. Okay, we should start our timer. I don't know, I feel like the song's kind of finished there, honestly. Damn it. Mindful breathing. And then just like a big... Maybe there's an idea in here. Because, yeah, I think the song is done there, at least that much of it is. Let's try and make this a bit more bare bones. Something with that thingy. Let's throw some bass down. so I just need to quantize like those and these. Sure. Okay. Something, something, something. Let's finish this section. I feel like the second half of that sucks. Yo, let's just like do it again, and then we're gonna work on this next section. Yeah. Now we're fucking cooking. Oh. Oh. Okay, don't think, do. Actually, you know, I think I like it without the strings happening quite yet there. Burp. Okay, and then this thing is going to come in. And this is going to be kind of our centerpiece. Yeah, fuck it. Something about this is not working, and I fucked up a note there. Is it just like not loud enough? I want to bring this Abyss layer in more. Possibly. I kind of like that sort of abrupt thing. All right, let's get this lead, like pad slash lead cooking. Maybe have a big ending. Just kind of a big, you know. Maybe we could do a harmony. I just like fade this out. Yes? Question mark? I feel like I want to bring this... I want to bring this into that big section. What have we got? 4 minutes. Alright, I need to finish this song in 4 minutes. Okay. Challenge accepted. Okay. 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 Better without it. No! Fuck. Not yet. I'm so close. This track is gonna be really good. I promise. Just like 5 more minutes. Alright, 350. What does it need? Maybe just strings. Yeah. I just feel like it needs one more layer there. I think I transferred most of my presets over, or a few of them at least. I don't know, is there just one we can sort of like... That might work. Cool, done? Sure. It's probably going to be loud, but... Okay, for now we're going to listen to that with the kilohertz limiter, because that's going to... Well, it probably won't kill my computer now, but... Whatever. Okay! End of session. Yay. Yeah, that's probably going to start clipping through YouTube. What genre would you say it is? I have no fucking idea. Downtempo-ish, but not really. Yeah, so Krampus time. It is Krampus time. Yeah, I'm gonna actually no, I'm not gonna get a picture with Krampus. I'm gonna go spank Santa. That's what I'm doing today. I know someone asked about the strings. Sorry about that. Those are from the Reason Rack with Friction. It's a physical modeling synthesizer. And I saw Prof and Dev play games. Well, hey, thank you for the donation, and glad you've been enjoying the channel. Sorry I missed that. So let's give this a listen from start to finish. Everyone gather your questions. We'll do one more quick Q&A, and then I am done. But I don't know. I think I'm ready to call that track done. It sounds pretty fucking solid to me. This section I might take another stab at, but that's going to be another thing for another day. But I'm pretty happy with this, and I feel like this is starting to fit the theme of the album more. And this will help replace a couple of those tracks that I just don't think are going to make it onto the final result. So yeah, gather your questions, and let's do it. I'm just going to mark my chat here so I know where things start. Okay, so if you've asked questions during the last 25 minutes and I didn't answer them, it would be best just to copy and paste them and ask them again. That way I don't have to scroll back for like an hour. So that way we're answering questions for people who are still here. So yeah, drop your questions and comments, concerns, whatever in the chat, and let's give this a spin. Yeah. I want to tweak that ending a little bit, though. Is it just this stuff? What's causing that? Like... It's like kind of cool, but kind of annoying. Can I just add like a millisecond of glide? Is it the compressor? Right. Okay, we have tools for that, but now is not the time. Fix it later. Cool. I think I'm good with that. Might be a couple things I want to touch, but at the same time, that's what's gotten me in trouble so much this year, is just being like, oh, I'll fix that stuff later. I need to just call it done. Again, as wisely said by let me get his channel link. David Hillowitz Music, as wisely said by him. Redefine your definition of completion. Okay. Let's look at questions here. Have you ever had trouble finishing tracks? Yes, all the time. Is there a way around that? Like I said, one of the exercises I really enjoyed doing recently is just making a track in a day. I give myself one day, start to finish, blank DAW to mixed and ready to go. Do that. And it may not be something you end up releasing, but you're going to learn a lot about where you fall apart in your workflow. And it makes you very conscious of, you know, patterns and pitfalls that I think help you at least be a bit more in control of your sessions. Other than that, you know, just call it done. You know, there's a certain point where you're just not going to be happy with something, and, you know, just be done with it. Release it or don't. If you're just not feeling something anymore, then don't worry about it. You know, one of my quotes at some point was, you know, music is like a fart. Yeah, if you have to force it, it's going to be a big pile of shit. That was from a stream a couple years ago. Found myself on this. Well, glad you enjoyed it, Chris. Cancree or Canestree, I can't tell how to say that. Great stream. Well, you're welcome. Thanks for tuning in. Devin Townsend's latest album. I haven't listened to Devin Townsend in a long time. Maybe I'll check it out, though. I did just get an email from someone who said my music reminded them of a group called Orange Crush. So I've been listening to a couple of their albums, mostly the last couple days. They're pretty cool. Comedy Christmas gaming stream with Alicia. I'm thinking about it. There were a couple issues with some weirdos, so Alicia may not appear on the channel very much in the future. But I might do kind of a one-off gaming stream that'll just be private after the fact. I just got some new games as well. So I might play some Valheim or Doom Eternal or something. Haslo, what's going on? Really nice track. Is it for an album or EP or something? Yeah, this is going to be my next release. It's going to be an album, probably. Hopefully going to have it done by spring. That's my goal. But glad you like it. Fennec Audio, thank you for the stream. I needed this. Well, thanks for tuning in. Glad you enjoyed it. And, you know, hopefully this inspires all of you to go make something this weekend. I just joined and heard the piano. Is Pianoteq a VST? Yes, it is. Well, Jason already got that. Thanks, Jason. Inverted Popes, what up? Sakura, this is sick. Thank you. Yeah, so I think I need to fiddle with a couple things mix-wise, but another thing I've been trying to do lately is just not mix at all. I did an interview with PSP where I co-hosted an interview with... oh my god, I'm blanking on his name now for some reason. I should know because he's like based right in Nashville. I drove by his studio the other day. Vance Powell. I kept wanting to say Vincent. Vance Powell. Vance Powell, when I was doing that interview with PSP with Vance, it was really interesting because he said, when I'm working on a song, I want my faders to be at 0. Like, he wants them at unity gain, and he's like, that's my rough mix. He wants to get things as right as the source as possible. So I've tried adopting some of that philosophy. Obviously, I balanced the faders here, but I want my tracks to sound mixed before I mix them. Like, I want everything to be coherent and balanced. And I feel like that's removed a lot of problems I have when I'm writing. You know, I tend to layer and do so much stuff, and I think a lot of that stems from my work as a sound designer. You know, I want to do all the things all the time, but when it comes to actually making music, it's just really not that useful to do that. So that's been an interesting exercise, and again, that stems from that making a track in a day exercise I've been doing every couple weeks. You know, just learning that I want things to be done, and I don't want to work on it that much. I just need to get shit done. And the best way to make a good mix is to use sounds that work. As, you know, as simple and as common knowledge as that is, it's just something that, you know, for some reason I seem to forget. Cheating to use Atlas 2. I have an NFR for Atlas. I haven't tried it yet, though. I need to give that a spin at some point. Macaron After Party, great name. That was Pianoteq for all the pianos. And it's just a custom preset. I just tweaked one of the factory presets a little bit. I'm thinking for my patrons, too, I might release a couple of my Pianoteq presets. I am considering doing a sample library of my Pianoteq presets so that everyone can use them. I just need to figure out a good way to do that. I have some software that makes that stuff easy, though. Oh, thank you, Omniburn. Thanks so much. That scrolled back, though. Oh, I fucking hate YouTube's chat tools. Pianoteq sounds incredible. It really does. Try the demo. If you all have not tried Pianoteq, it is very expensive. But download the demo and just play with it. It's fully functional except a couple keys are muted, and you get access to all the pro features like being able to move the microphones around and stuff. Just playing with the demo is so much fun. It's insane what that plugin can do. If you can get an affiliate link from Modart, I don't know that they have any kind of affiliate program, unfortunately, but you know, if you end up buying Pianoteq, send them a message and say, "Ya boy Venus Theory sent you. Ambient James, Reverb Jones." Heller 1, in some places, pianos bear... Yeah, there's a couple things I want to tweak in the mix like that. But at the same time, you know, like, it doesn't need to be upfront at every single fucking point in the track. I think I'm just going to slap... Honestly, we could probably just do that. I could probably just toss a compressor on it here real quick. So let's grab ye old... Actually, let's just do like a optical compressor. Let's hear if that translates a bit better in the denser parts. Oh yeah, that's already like way clearer. A little bit of EQ maybe. Piano, mixed. Painstakingly sequencing drums using trackers. Yeah, trackers are weird, man. The Polygon tracker is a spicy thing. I need to do a video about it too. I've got a couple of videos planned for the tracker, and I need to sit down and actually film them. The audio has fades, right? Like the audio tracks in here, I did some manual fades on a few of them, yeah. Channel is so cool for chill ambient stuff. Well, thank you. Great track. Thank you. Would you recommend making one track a day even as a beginner? Don't put that kind of pressure on yourself. Just make music when you feel like making music. I think it's important to sit down and like improvise every day. You know, even when you don't feel like it, just sitting down and like, you know, making like a loop a day. It doesn't have to be anything, but just, you know, keep trying something and always, I don't know, always make a conscious effort to take something away from every session. Even on the days where you are just absolutely not feeling it at all, you know, you at least learn what not to do. And if you can maintain a conscious effort to take something away from every session, it is very helpful. You know, completing a track a day, I think, is unrealistic. I think at that point you kind of get into like beat producer syndrome where you crap out like 15 beats a day, but none of them are really that unique. You're just writing the same thing 15 times with different sounds, if that makes sense. You know, not that all beat producers do that, but that's kind of where you get stuck, I find, if you do that. Like, I'm going to make a track every single day. You know, I think a more realistic goal is like try and get a track a month, 2 tracks a month, a track a week if you really want to push it. But, you know, just don't worry about completing everything every single time. Just make an effort to create something. And like I said earlier, don't put that pressure on yourself that every time you create it has to be music. You know, if you just want to make something, fuck around and make some sounds for a minute, or make a couple loops, or make some art in Photoshop, or go, I don't know, go finger paint or something, like whatever you want to do. I don't know. There's this weird sense, and I think a lot of it stems from social media, that collectively every side hustle has to be monetized and has to be done and has to be for something. And, you know, especially with SoundCloud and Audius and Twitter and whatever, we all have this urge to preen our feathers, and, you know, we have to tell ourselves that we're part of that highlight reel. You know, look at what I did today. Look at this car I bought. Oh my God, I got married. Oh my God, I had a kid. Oh my God, I just got, you know, signed by this label and whatever. And we feel like we always need to be making something, and it needs to be done, and it needs to be perfect. But you don't have to create things for other people every single time. It's way too easy in this day and age of the modern form of the music industry where, you know, I even think the modern musician to some extent has evolved into something entirely different. You know, musicians are also podcasters. They're also YouTubers. They're also whatever. And everyone's got a million things going on. And feeling like you need to complete a track a day, I think, just subscribes you to this mindset that your side hustle needs to be amazing and your production game has to be on point. You need to release everything and get a bunch of followers and be super successful. You know, don't worry about it. Just create when you feel like creating. Kitsula, hopefully I'm saying that right. Love this track. Thank you. Which headphones? These are new-ish to me. These are the Austrian Audio HI X65s. They're fucking phenomenal. Cam seems baked. I'm roasted. I've got Orange Crush. Yeah. I was trying to, when I got that email and they were like, oh, your music reminds me of Orange Crush, all I could find is the fucking REM song. It took forever to find like Orange Crush, the band, or the artist. I don't know if it's a group or what. Do you DJ? No, I have no interest in DJing. I hate live music. I hate live performance. I can't stand it. The appeared one. Well, hey, you can go sleep. The whole stream will be reposted later. Still going. Yeah, we're wrapping up here. Stefano, what's up? How do you make a track feel mixed before even mixing? I think, again, it all just comes from sound selection. And, you know, an easy way to do that is slap like a spectrum analyzer on your master bus. So when you're writing, you know, don't worry about like frequencies and shit. Don't think about that consciously, but you know, write your track, and when you find a point in the track where you're like, oh, this feels, you know, this feels empty, or this feels cluttered, or this feels muddy, you know, and always be as specific as you possibly can when you're making these kinds of decisions. But, you know, identify the problem and create a solution. And an easy way to create a solution is to look at things through a more analytical lens, like a spectrum analyzer, and say, oh, there's a big fucking gap here at like 300 hertz. So you can make like a nice low mid-rangey pad, or a, you know, like a filtered vocal or some filtered percussion. Or if the high end is really empty, you know, just some like gentle noise in the background to make things feel really big and energetic if you're making like a dubstep track or whatever. But yeah, just making a conscious effort to pick the sounds that work best together. And again, kind of like I talked about earlier, make an effort to just delete as much as you can. You know, I think the key to getting a really big, full sounding track and having this huge mix is just not doing much. You know, I feel like even this track, I could probably take some more of this out and it would sound just as good. I was looking at some stems the other day, and I found it interesting that a lot of the tracks I downloaded the stems for to experiment with and just kind of, you know, sharpen my mixing again. And this was like, you know, Latin pop and like heavy metal and like some other just random genres. I just downloaded a bunch of stems to play with. And I found it interesting that I thought the best sounding songs had the least number of tracks. Often it was, you know, maybe 16 to 20 tracks seemed to be this magic number. And again, don't subscribe to arbitrary rules with music. Anyone who tells you to is a dumbass. But, you know, it was interesting that the less that was happening, the bigger the song felt. Please create a tutorial on how to create drum patterns. I'll have to think about it. It's a matter of kind of trying to make that interesting, you know. Vintage warmer, always. Do you know any tuning file editors for custom tunings? The Surge synth team has the tuning workbench synth thing, right? I think that's what it's called. I'm not really into like weird micro tunings and stuff. I've played with it. It's interesting, but like I don't care. Yeah, tuning workbench synth. I'll drop this in the chat here. Probably something you might be interested in. Azure Eyes, what's going on? Yeah, welcome back. It's been a minute. Still live. Yeah, just wrapping up and doing one last Q&A here, and then I'm heading out. Handsy Pants, great job on the new Pigments presets. Thank you. Yeah, I've got a bunch left over, and I think I'm just gonna maybe release them on my own at some point. I just got to figure out how I want to do that, and need to round it out a bit more. My Jack Russell buddy is chilling to your voice. Hi, buddy. Let's see, anything else? What do you think of selling music through NFTs? I don't know. I don't understand NFTs enough to care, honestly. I'm not really the person to comment on that. It's just not my thing. Did you ever get noticed in public? It's only happened like 2 times, which is weird because I'm such a small YouTuber and like, you know, nobody knows who I am. And I always find it weird that having such a small channel, like when I've run into those situations of like, what the fuck? I got recognized a couple more times at NAMM, and that was like, I think I had like 20,000 at the time. But it makes sense that, you know, people at NAMM would know of me at least. So I'm sure by the time I go to the next NAMM and whatever, more people will know me there. But like, I don't really think that counts being recognized there, because like, you know, that's all music people. But yeah, one time at the Guitar Center in Peoria, I got recognized, which was really funny. And then one time I was out and about at the store or something, I think, and someone was just... But people always think my name is Venus. And you know, people call me Venus for short all the time. But I'm not sure if people actually think my name is Venus. But yeah, this guy was like, Venus? And, you know, like I wasn't paying attention at all, and then came over and we chatted about that. Was really cool. But yeah, not super common, but again, I'm such a small channel that like I'm not surprised. Thank you for all the advice and tutorials. No problem at all. Are you interested in project collabs? Typically, no. I don't really have a whole lot of time to even work on my own music, so collabs just aren't something I typically do. Recommending another fellow Bitwigger as I got... Yeah, go for it. Ever thought of doing voiceovers on Fiverr? Again, voiceover is just not a huge interest of mine. From the Virgin Islands, what's up? That's a while away. Data Broth, hey! Get recognized at home. Yeah, sometimes I walk in the mirror and I'm like, what up? It's your boy. Data Broth has another very excellent channel. We've had all sorts of cool YouTubers in here today. Yeah. Venus, it's Mr. Theory to you. And then, yeah, I always get like, are you related to Anthony Fantano? But yeah, other Bitwiggers I think you should know about. Alchemy uses Bitwig now. Polarity's probably like the OG. Morning Dew Media is like his company name, Matthias Holmgren, I think is how you pronounce that. He's got a pretty good channel. There's a couple other ones. I can't remember the names of them though. They're like very small channels though. Can it be possible to create music like Vesky? I mean, it's possible to create music like anybody. I think the bigger question in that would be, why would you want to? You know, of course everyone's got their influences and whatnot, but I don't know. Having a goal to sound like someone else is just going to lead you to disappointment. I'll tell you that right up front. I wasted a lot of fucking time doing that. If music is a chill out and you do music as a living, how do you chill? I chill by making my music. You know, or sounds for myself or whatever. It is very hard to separate, you know, work from not work because, especially in my case, the lines are so blurred. Like even my downtime, you know, right now I'm streaming, I'm still like working. So I think really my chill is just, you know, when I just shut off my phone and shut off Discord and play video games for a bit, or go take pictures with Krampus or whatever, go hiking, just go stand outside and look at the woods for a while, or go walk in the woods for a while. A new concept that no one has done yet. If you want to get in touch, the best way to do it's on my website. I very, very rarely get on Instagram or social media. Drum funk like Fanu. Nope. No real interest. Don LaFontaine. That would be epic. Learn a lot in this channel from the YouTubers. Yeah, no, there's a wealth of knowledge out there. And I think we're really in kind of a new renaissance of YouTube, I think. You know, of course, there were the big folks who kind of started things off, you know, Seamless and Artifacts and, you know, even channels like BusyWorks Beats and all that. Like there were a lot of really good resources for a while, and then every dipshit kid with a fucking copy of Serum started making stupid tutorials of like sick growl basses. I mean, that's how I fucking started. But I think there's a lot of great stuff going on in the educational space for music producers and creators right now. You know, there's so many amazing channels out there for music and sound design and photo editing, video editing, painting, you know, art shit, cooking. Like I've learned so much. So it's really cool that, I don't know, people seem to be more open to sharing knowledge and information these days without attaching this, you know, pretentious edge of like, I know more than you, or like the whole like, you know, I'm going to teach you this, but I'm not going to teach you my secret weapons. Like, fuck you. I know, always pisses me off when producers are like that. Like, I don't want to tell anyone this. Like, oh, get the fuck over yourself. No one's ever going to sound like you anyway. And you know, if your whole shtick can be done with one secret hack they don't want you to know, then, like, you know, maybe there's something you need to examine there. Softtube plugins, saturation knob, and then I had one other one, but I haven't used it in a while. But Softtube got in touch with me a couple days ago about some stuff, so I might check that out. Something Discord. Yeah, we should wrap up here. So if you got more questions or whatever, or want to hang later, maybe I'll do a random gaming stream tonight in my Discord. You can join my Discord with the link in the chat or the link in the description and catch up there. Great track. Thank you, Will. DistroKit or CD Baby? I'm always a... Damn, I must be hungry. Always a big fan of DistroKit. I used CD Baby and it just was way too fucking expensive. It got really ridiculous to use them. They had some cool stuff, but I feel like DistroKit's gotten so many more features over the years that again, no idea why you would use a different service. It's so fucking cheap. Too many toots on Dune 3. Yeah, I've wanted to do some new stuff with Dune 3, but like YouTube's algorithm has changed a lot, and I'm very salty about it, but I'm not going to get into that rant here. As much as I would love to do more tutorials on certain very specific stuff, it just doesn't do well. For a number of reasons, but mostly the YouTube algorithm. So, you know, it sucks. There's a lot of cool stuff I want to share with people, but I just can't because it's not going to work. And I'm in a position now where I do have to be conscious about making videos, you know, successful, which is annoying. You're a character. Big ups. Thank you, Stan. Here in Ecuador, well, hey, thanks for tuning in. Sorry, kind of ending things here. But again, you can join the Discord at the link in the description. I might go live again before the end of the year. Maybe not. I don't really know. But hey, hope you all enjoyed the stream. Doesn't look like there's any other real questions here. Oh, there's one more. The pigments where you went into arpeggiation. Would you make idea to explore on a drum rack at some point? I mean, you could use it on drums. I use Stokus for drums a lot to make patterns and generative things. It would really just be the same thing, you know, put it into a drum rack and it'll do the thing. But yeah, so, okay, last one, and then I'm done. Hoping Snap Heap and Multipass get an MSEG so you can do stuff like an infiltrator. Yeah, I hope it does. And that's all I'm going to say right now. Right at the end. Yeah, well, hey, the whole stream will be reposted if you want to go back and skip around and whatever. And I'll try and timestamp the final result and whatever. Hope you all enjoyed it. Hope you learned something. And, you know, as always, wow, I'm so hungry. You know, as always, hopefully this stream inspires you to go make something. That's kind of the point of doing these streams. So thank you for tuning in. Hope you enjoyed the track. I'm pretty happy with it. I think it just needs some small tweaks and we'll be ready. And then hopefully I will have an album done by the spring, ? So if I don't see everyone before the end of the holidays on another stream or whatever, have a great holiday season and whatnot. Have a good new year. I'm going to try and do a stream here. I do have some pedals. And I figured we could kind of fuck around at these on a stream, but we will see. Just kind of depends on if I feel like actually streaming or not. So anyways, thank you for tuning in. Thank you for everything. Hope you guys have a great rest of the year. If I don't see you, go make some awesome tracks. Hopefully you learned something, or maybe you thought this track sucks and you can do better. So I encourage you to go do that. That's it. Thank you for tuning in. I'm going to go eat some chili and go spank Santa. Cheers.